Buck is on his way for his breakfast. Good morning, Buck. You ready? Good morning, big boy. Mommy's got good news for you. This morning I was watching the news and it said that the groundhog's seeing his shadow, so we're gonna have an early spring. Let's see how early spring comes, right? Let's see. Buck, so we're gonna have an early spring. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means we're gonna get spring in like 2-3 weeks or like the end of February instead of March. Like, I don't know. We'll see. I got peanuts. So we will see, but the groundhog's supposed to be seeing his shadow. And that means now we're gonna have an early spring. I remember last year it didn't see a shadow, that we didn't have an early spring. But my husband was like, watch it be a snowstorm in the middle of this month. I said, I don't know. I said, it's been pretty warm. Like right now, it's not that cold out, and it's kind of foggy, and it was drizzling this morning. Like the weather, see, it's like very foggy and like cloudy. But supposedly tomorrow we're supposed to see sun, starting from tomorrow, and then the rest of the week. So let's hope that tomorrow it's true. Like, you know, we see finally some sun. Right, Buck? Because we haven't seen sun in days. I haven't seen the sun in like a week. Maybe even more. Who knows? So I'm hoping tomorrow we get some sun. It'll be nice. Even Sunday, hopefully, too. Like the weekend. His head, where his antlers were, they healed so nicely. They healed so nicely, baby. I don't see no more blood. I don't see no, like, dried up blood or anything. Like, it looks good. See? It looks nice and good. He healed nicely. Usually every year he does heal nicely. I'm not going to lie. Right? Every year he heals so nicely. What did you see? I don't see nothing. He's so nosy. He really is so nosy. I'm telling you, yesterday morning, I told you, you see, I knew he was being nosy to go check what's going on, like in the front of the forest. And then he came back here after he checked out whatever he checked out. Once he hears noise or if he hears people walking close to the forest. My husband was like, I think because he's very overprotected over his home. I was like, yeah, that's true. Oh, you ate all your peanuts. Babe, and I was still keeping the cup in his mouth. You ate all your peanuts and I was still keeping the cup by your mouth. Now he has his apples. I cut up 2 apples for him. I like him to have a big breakfast. Right? I like you to have a big breakfast. Like sometimes for dinner, depending on how big the apples are, because sometimes I buy these gigantic apples that literally, like when you cut one apple in slices, it looks like if it's like 2-3 apples sliced up, but it's really one. So sometimes for dinner, depending on how big the apples are, I'll give him 1. But most of the time he gets 2. Because I like to fill him up nicely, right? So you get nice and full and you don't get hungry for a few hours. None of the birds are here. I'm assuming because it was raining this morning. It was raining this morning. That's why the blacktop, everything is like wet. I mean, I can't see from there, but it is wet. Yeah, your buckets are full, baby. And you just dropped an apple. I don't know why you do that. He like pushes apples and makes one always fall. I don't know why he does that. He does pick it up after, so it doesn't go to waste. You wagging your tail? You're so excited. I love when he eats and wags his tail at the same time because it shows me that he's like excited about his food. Like in the dinner time, he does that for the strawberries. And in the morning, he does that for his apples. Like he'll get so excited for his apples. He's so cute, Buck. So none of the birds are here this morning. Like I said, I think it's because of the weather. And I found out the news about the groundhog. So let's hope and keep our fingers crossed that it's true. We get an early spring. I don't know how early. We'll see. You know me, I'm outside every day, 3 times a day. So I'm outside like most of the day, every day. So we'll see. We will see. Right, Buck? We'll be paying attention to the weather. Today, I'm not going to lie, it's not cold out. Just foggy and raining. It's supposed to be a rainy day today. But by this weekend, it's supposed to get nicer. So thank God for that. Right, Buck? Rain or shine, I'm outside with him. The only time I'm not outside with him, like to come out to feed him, well, I still come out, actually. I can't say I don't come out because I still do. I just don't call him. Like, if he's not by the spot is when it's downpouring. Like, if it's downpouring, raining, I won't call him. I'll just come to the spot, clean his buckets, put fresh water and corn for his, like, breakfast or dinner, like, whenever it's raining, and that's it. And then I go inside. Sometimes I put a few slices of apples in his corn bucket, even while it's raining. You left the apple. Here, Buck. You left the apple. Okay. See, the beans are still there that I threw. Nobody ate it. None of the animals ate it. They're probably like, we don't want no beans. And there were soybeans mixed up in there. So I think the soybeans are still in there because I still see green beans. Because aren't soybeans green? Because if they are, then I feel like the soybeans are still in there. He picks some of the beans. I don't know which one he's eating, but I can't tell like which ones he's actually eating. I think he likes the fava beans, the red beans. He looks like he's eating. The kidney beans. That's what they're called. Yeah, kidney beans. I don't know who's banging like that, Buck. That sounds like it's coming from the opposite way. Oh, I don't know how people could do work in the rain or be outside like to do work in the rain. I don't think anybody's going to be doing any roof type of work in today because the roofs are going to be wet and slippery. So I don't expect to hear banging or things like that today. All right? You got corn in your bucket and water, baby. Go check it out. Good boy. Go check out your buckets. He's going to check out his buckets. He has fresh corn in there. I wiped his buckets. They weren't really dirty. You don't want anything? No? You just want to check to see what... He ate all the apples that he dropped because I don't see no apples on the floor. What happened? There's nobody, Buck. You're always on alert. In the mornings, I'm telling you, in the mornings, he's always on alert. If you guys notice, like between the morning videos and the evening videos, you'll notice that the evenings, he's more calmer. And in the morning, he's more like, you know, like this, like more on alert. He has to go check out what's going on. Like that's what he's going to do right now. He's going to look. Because remember, from where he's standing, he could see the road, like all the way straight down. He could see the road, so he's probably looking like, what's going on? Sorry, guys, I just sneezed. Excuse me. Oh. Yeah, so Buck is just, he's in the morning, this is what he does. He looks around. If he has like specific noises coming outside of the forest, he'll go run by the ends of the forest to go check it out. You would think, you know, deers would run away from the noise. No, this one runs close to it. I'm like, really? I told my husband, I was like, babe, I think our deer is broken. He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, because Buck is always trying to run towards the noise to see what's going on. I said, usually aren't they supposed to run away from noise? I said, this one tries to run close to it. It reminds me of the movie Bambi Part 2, when the father like heard noises coming from the meadows and he would run to go see like what's going on, and he used to tell Bambi like, stay there, don't move, stay put. And then he would run to the meadows to go see. I feel like that's how Buck is. Like the father from Bambi. Like, let me go check out what's going on. I'll be back. I hear the birds, but I don't see them. They're chirping. You nice and full, my big boy? You nice and full? I fed my dog already. She ate her dinner this morning. I mean, her dinner. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm still, my mind is still like from yesterday. She ate her breakfast this morning. I had to stay with her because my dog is extra needy. Let me tell you, she's more spoiled than Buck and extra needy. Like when you feed her. She's very like particular where she wants you to stand next to her. It's my fault. I kind of created that little monster. Just like I created this monster with him being spoiled. It's my fault. But what am I going to do, right? At least they're happy, healthy. That's all I care about. Like my family, they'll tell me, they'll be like, you spoiled that deer and you spoiled that dog. I'm like, yes, my dog and my deer are spoiled. They're very spoiled. I'm like, this deer is so spoiled that he does not eat everything that wild deer like to eat. Like by my sister's house, all the wild deer by her house, that go by her house, they literally eat anything. Like watermelon peels and like, let's say for my sister and my mom, if they're cutting up fruits and stuff, like the peels, let's say, they'll just scatter the peels. Like, you know, they'll throw it outside because they know the deers are going to eat it. This one, he's particular. He don't want the peels. He wants the actual fruit. And I was telling my sister, too, how he doesn't eat raspberries and, like, watermelons. Like, he's very picky with watermelons, too. Like, sometimes he'll, like, take a bite or two out of it, but most of the time he'll just leave it. My sister's like, really? She's like, that's so crazy. The deers by my house, oh, my God, they love watermelon. I said, no, this one's picky. I said, he's a picky deer. I said, but I know what he loves. I said, his favorite things are like apples, especially the red apples, you know? You could give him yellow apples or green apples, but I've noticed, like, he prefers, like, the red ones. He goes more crazy for. Strawberries, grapes. He loves those. Blueberries, he likes them, but he doesn't love them. And now I know, now we all know that Buck does love butternut squash and pumpkin. Those are another things that he loves. I actually ran out of butternut squash. I think I gave him the last piece yesterday, so this weekend I gotta pick up more. I gotta pick up more butternut squash because he enjoys it. All right, guys, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go inside now and go feed myself and my boy that's in my belly. What the hell does he see now? What does he see? Wait, maybe I won't go inside just yet because I want to know what does he see in. I don't know what he sees. I think he's watching the cars and stuff like going by. See? Like he's watching everything going by because I don't see no like anybody. Sometimes I get like nervous when he looks like, you know, into the forest and he looks like that and he stands still. I tell my husband, he makes me think like, is there a person walking in there? Like I got to keep my eyes in there now. I got to look. But I never see people walking in here because you're not allowed to go in there. People are not allowed to walk in here because of the fact that they're close by the homes. So it's not like for example, that's why I call it forest. I don't call it the woods because it's not like Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Canada. It's not like, you know, like the woods, let's say, open land where there's no fences, like, you know, that people actually, you know, could go in there and walk around and go hunting or do things. Like, this is where I live. It's not like that. That's why I always tell everybody, like, don't worry, Buck, with him living in here, we never have to worry about him getting hunted. That's for sure. That's 100% facts. We never have to worry about that. And my neighbors, literally all the houses around this whole forest, like all the houses that are all around it, they all know him. And they all love him. They all know him. I don't know if they know that his name is Buck, besides my neighbor that lives on that house, that side. She knows that his name is Buck. I don't know if my other neighbors, like, you know, around, if they know. But they all love him. They all feed him, I heard. They all throw apples at him and stuff. The only thing, he doesn't go up to nobody besides me, from what I know and I heard from my neighbors talking. He will not go up to nobody else but me. Like, even with the petting and me being able to feed him by hand, I'm the only one that could do that. Nobody else could do that. So he definitely put his trust only on one person. He doesn't, it's not like, you know, the way, like, sometimes I watch videos and I see does. Like, even the does by my sister's house, they'll trust anybody that has food. They'll go up to anybody. They'll literally walk up to anybody that has food in their hand. This one, he's not like that. Like, my husband could stand here with an apple in his hand and Buck won't go up to him. He'll stare at him and, like, run or something. Like, he won't go up to him. All right, guys. I'm going to get going because Buck is leaving. So enough of my rambling, my morning rambling. I like to tell you guys like little stories here and there, you know? I like to give you guys like little stories, little memory stories of like what goes on and stuff. You leaving, Buck? I guess he's leaving. All right, so I will be back later this evening. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it's not going to be a rainy evening. Like if it rains, hopefully it rains like early afternoon. And hopefully by like, you know, 4 o'clock, 4 p.m., like, you know, hopefully it's not raining. So I can come out, feed him, hang out with him for a little bit. But he's going to be leaving soon. Unless he's going to trick me and come back and eat corn. I don't know. We'll see. But I will be back later. Everyone have a great day. I'm not going to say stay warm and cozy because it's not cold out. So hopefully it's not cold by you guys either. But just have a great day. And me and Buck will be back later. Ciao for now.